All right, I'm excited that you are here today to watch this webinar. We're going to discuss my top garage sale and thrift store sourcing secrets so you can get some big profits as an Amazon reseller. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about some garage sale sourcing strategies. We're going to talk about making the best use of your time, getting better deals on items. We're also going to talk about the question a lot of people ask about garage sales and thrift stores. What if Amazon asks for a receipt? We're going to answer those questions and dive into this. Plus, we're going to answer some of your questions. So if you do have questions and you're live here watching this webinar, put those questions in the questions section of the GoToWebinar control panel. I'll try to answer as many questions after the end of the presentation. We do have a giveaway. So if you stick to the end, we have a giveaway. We're going to give away a course in the full-time FBA library. So someone gets a free course tonight for just showing up and watching this. So be sure to stick around until the end. And I've got some, some really good stuff for you to help you make the most of your garage sale and thrift store sourcing strategies. So let's jump into that. Before we get into the strategies and stuff, I just got a free gift for you. If this is your first time here on one of my webinars, this is something I give away a lot. It's a book that I put together, my wife and I put together, called Seller Essential Tips, and it's a ebook free for you, reimbursements, refunds, and how to correct other Amazon glitches. You can go to fulltimefba.com/seller essential tips to get this book and download it for free. By getting this book and downloading it, you join my email list. I'll send you an email, once or twice a week with different strategies and stuff that help you grow your Amazon business and help you get closer to turning those part-time hours into a full-time income. I have another free gift I'll also send you. It's our Amazon seller acronyms. We got a page where we break down some of the top Amazon seller acronyms, so you get that as a freebie as well, so that you can, kind of know what everyone's talking about when they're talking about LTSF or BL or all the other kind of acronyms. FBA, that stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. Maybe ROI, return on investment, but maybe you don't know what ASIN stands for. So there's a lot of different ones. If you go to fulltimefba.com/seller essential tips, sign up for that free ebook. You'll also get the Amazon seller acronyms link. Also send to your inbox. So that is just some free gifts for you from me. Well, who am I? I'm Stephen Smotherman. I've been selling on Amazon for over 10 years, been selling online for over 20 years. That's me. I first started off selling on eBay, loved selling on eBay, made a nice little hobby. But I found myself back in like 2011 needing to make a full-time income. I was freshly unemployed, freshly divorced, trying to find a way to make good money to support myself and my 4 boys. So I wanted to be able to support them so they could not have to go to daycare all day while I'm working, but a way where I can work from home. And I tried to figure out how to make that work with eBay. That didn't work out too well, so I finally discovered Fulfillment by Amazon, where I was able to send my inventory to Amazon. The inventory was stored at Amazon, and when the inventory was purchased by a customer, Amazon shipped it. So I didn't have a house full of inventory anymore. I didn't have eBay inventory in my garage or under my bed or anything like that. Nope, I was selling Amazon inventory, and it was all at an Amazon warehouse. And it totally freed up my time to be able to source more inventory. I have to worry about shipping to the customer. I didn't have to worry about storing the inventory in my garage or under my bed or in the bathroom. Don't tell anybody I stored inventory in the bathroom, but I did because I was running out of space. But being able to do Fulfillment by Amazon, where all my inventory was in an Amazon warehouse, it's a huge deal and really opened it up. So I was able to finally start in less than a year's time, starting to make a full-time income selling on Amazon, and I was able to not have to send my kids to daycare, and I could work while they're in school. And in the summers, I'd wake them up early and we go look at garage sales during the summers, and we've experienced a lot of garage sale sourcing. Things went so well that in 2012 I was named a top holiday seller by Amazon, which meant I started in 2011, and by 2012 Amazon recognized me as being in one of the top 25% sellers of all of Amazon with an A+ customer satisfaction rating. So I was great with customer service. I was in the top 25% of sales in all of Amazon with just like a year, and that's just crazy. It was the Holiday Seller Award. That's for October, November, and December, Q4, and that was actually the last year that they publicly awarded people. But it just shows just how what type of growth can be done. And I was able to get this award by mostly focusing on garage sale sourcing and thrift store sourcing to sell on Amazon. So I've been able to do really well. This is my family. This was a trip to the Grand Canyon a few years ago, and I was able to continue my Amazon business thanks to garage sale sourcing and thrift store sourcing. All my inventory was in Amazon warehouse, so I could still go to the Grand Canyon with my kids, my family, and be able to, still have my inventory being shipped. In 2013, I kind of skipped over this part. I don't know why it's the most important part. In 2013, I married Rebecca. She also joined selling on Amazon with me. And also in 2013, she encouraged me to start this blog, fulltimefba.com, where we help people turn part-time hours into a full-time income selling on Amazon. And in 2019, we started the Full-Time FBA Show podcast together. So my wife and I work together both on the Amazon side of the business and on the coaching and teaching side of the business, and we love it. And so that's why we're here today, to help you with your Amazon business. And the main focus of this webinar is all about thrift store sourcing, garage sale sourcing. I'm curious, in the comments, let me know what you call garage sales. So, I mean, do you call them garage sales or do you call them yard sales? So where you live, is it mostly called garage sales? Is it mostly called yard sales? So if you can let me know in the comments, and let me know like where you are. So like where you are and which term that you use. Because I'm really be curious to know what those out there, what they say. So, um, so Greg and Emily say garage sales. Ryan, Patrick, yeah, most people either use both or garage sales. It doesn't seem like there's anyone who does more of one or the other. It's either garage sales or you use them both interchangeably. Thanks for letting me know. I was just curious about that. All right, so let's get into the content now that I gave you my freebie, gave you a little introduction to who I am and how garage sales and thrifting really helped me finally make a full-time income selling on Amazon. Let's get into some profitable things that you need to know. We know garage sales and thrifting can be profitable. I mean, you can find profitable items still in new condition. A lot of people assume that garage sales and thrifting, everything's been used or opened. No, you can find brand new items at garage sales and thrift stores still in new condition that you can sell, still factory sealed, new condition, and it's a great opportunity to find stuff. People get stuff given to them and they're like, I don't want this thing, just donate it. They get rid of stuff, or they buy something with good intentions and a year or two goes by and they never open it and they give it to a thrift store. There's just, or put it in a garage sale. So you can find profitable items in new condition in both of those places. You can also find profitable items in both used and collectible condition. I mean, there's items that obviously people, when they do a garage sale or they thrift, they donate it to a thrift store. There are things that are well loved but they're just not needed anymore. But there are things that obviously might be needed by someone else, and there's opportunities that we have as resellers to find inventory at super low prices that we can sell, even used collectible condition. You get to find unique one-off items. This is cool because sometimes when you find something at a garage sale or a thrift store, they're not available in like regular retail stores anymore or online stores anymore. Most of the time when you find them, it's something that might be out of print or not made anymore. So you find unique one-off items that might not have much competition because it's not stuff that's brand new anymore. That's brand new in the sense that it's just been made that year. It's not stuff that's sold in retail or online stores right now. And so gives you these opportunities at garage sales and thrift stores, give you a chance to find stuff with less competition than maybe something that's in a retail store. High ROI potential, because I mean, what's the average price at a garage sale in a thrift store? $1, $2, maybe even less than that. High ROI potential when you can buy something for $1 to $5 and sell it on Amazon for $15 to $50. It just gives you a really good opportunity. Also, with garage sales more than thrifting, weekend sourcing. I know there's a lot of people who are trying to make selling on Amazon work, but they work during the week. And so garage sales are a great opportunity to source over the weekend, whether it's Friday, if you get Friday off, or Saturday. You can find inventory at a garage sale over the weekend. So you're able to spend some time. And it's not like you're spending the entire day on Saturday either. I mean, most garage sales are usually winding down around lunchtime for the most part. There might be some garage sales that continue on, but for the most part, garage sales, usually start around 7 or 8 a.m., go until noon. And I will show you in this webinar how to make the most of your time during that 8 a.m. to noon time slot. But great opportunity to source over the weekend. It's like you can go to the garage sale in the morning, go to thrifting in the afternoon on Saturdays, do some thrifting on Sundays maybe. And Sunday is a really great day to go thrifting, because a lot of times when people don't buy stuff at a garage sale on Saturday, what do people do? I'll just donate the rest. And so you find those stuff showing up in thrift stores over the weekend. So great weekend sourcing and outsourcing potential as well, because when you know how to source an item to sell on Amazon, I mean, I'll kind of walk through it in a minute, but you basically use an app that shows you what it's selling for on Amazon, what your profits are after fees, if you're approved to sell that particular item, and then you can make the decision: do I buy it or not? And that's so easy to teach someone else. And so there's people out there who you can teach to go sourcing at garage sales and thrift stores, and you can pay them for their time to go buy this kind of stuff for you, and you teach them how to do it, and you can make really good decisions with all of that. So a lot of different opportunities for you to make some good money with garage sales and thrifting. But I know there's some people out there who are worried about garage sale thrifting, sourcing, thrifting, and it makes sense. I mean, what if Amazon asks for a receipt? This happens sometimes. Maybe it happens when Amazon is trying to reimburse you for, lost or damaged inventory. They need to give you a reimbursement, but they're wanting to have like proof that you purchased it. Unfortunately, in the past, there used to be people who included inventory items to send to Amazon on, in Seller Central, that they say they're sending in an item, but they never actually sent it in. So that when it gets to Amazon, oh, this item's missing from your shipment. Well, you need to, we'll reimburse you for that because it got lost somewhere. They use people who do that, and so Amazon now asks for receipts when it comes to being reimbursed for an item that got lost or damaged in an Amazon warehouse. So how do we deal with that? Well, we'll get to that in a second, because there's another time. Also, Amazon might have a time where you are being accused of selling a counterfeit item, and you need to have proof of authenticity of that item. And the proof of authenticity most of the time is a invoice from a manufacturer that you purchased it from, or a retailer online arbitrage receipt where you purchased it and it's got the UPC on the receipt. And so you can see, okay, this item was purchased, the right way. Proof of authenticity of an item. You're not selling a counterfeit. But what if Amazon asks for a receipt when it comes to something you got at a garage sale? Garage sales, you don't get receipts. Thrifting, you get a receipt, but it's kind of like, a book, $1, board game, $2, this item, $1, and so it's like, that's not any kind of proof. So I totally understand the worries, but if you think about it a little bit, if you do things the right way, there's not a whole lot to worry about. And here's what it is. You just need to let go of being reimbursed for that lost inventory. If you have an inventory item that you got at a garage sale or a thrift store and it gets lost, well, you don't have the proof. You don't have that receipt that Amazon's asking for, but it's okay. I mean, you probably got it at a garage sale or a thrift store for $1 or 50 cents or a quarter, or $5 at most, or something like that. And so with the massive number of inventory items that you send to Amazon because of garage sales and thrifting, if they happen to lose one of those items, I mean, they might reimburse you just because of your track record of being a seller on Amazon. But if you're a newer seller, they might be asking for some type of, proof of purchase so that they can reimburse you for that. But if you just have one or so items every now and then that are lost and you don't have a receipt for it, it's not a big deal if you're losing $1 here, 25 cents there, even $5 there, in comparison to the hundreds or even thousands of items that you are sending to Amazon, and you're getting that huge ROI. And so for some people, this is kind of hard to wrap their minds around. But for me, when I looked at the numbers and saw the number of times Amazon asked me for a receipt for reimbursement of lost or damaged inventory versus all the other items that I'm sending to Amazon, it's not a big deal. You just have to let go of being reimbursed for an item. It stinks, it stings. They lost something. It's their fault, not yours. But it's like, the gains far outweigh the potential loss of just a little bit of money for one individual item that was lost. And then also, when it comes to being worried about getting hit with counterfeit claims, don't source inventory that is counterfeited. I mean, if you see some Nike Jordans at a thrift store, don't don't buy that to sell on Amazon. If you see a Gucci watch, or if you see a Louis Vuitton purse or something like that, don't worry. Don't source those to sell on Amazon. Simple things like books. Books are not going to be. You're not going to get a counterfeit claim for books. You're not going to get a counterfeit claim for selling board games. You're not going to get a counterfeit game or a counterfeit claim for selling other items that you can find at thrift stores. That just don't source those items that might be counterfeit. I mean, obviously, if you're selling DVDs or CDs, double check that the disc looks legit. It's not like a disc that's just, oh, it's a silver disc that, you know, like I remember back when the movie Borat first came out. So when Borat, I've actually never seen the movie, but apparently the DVD edition of Borat looks like it's a bootleg DVD. That's like the joke. That they actually, the makers of the Borat DVD actually did that on purpose to make it look like bootleg. And so people were selling the Borat DVD on Amazon and getting counterfeit claims because, yeah, it looks like a bootleg copy of the movie. And a lot of people didn't know that that was on purpose. It was supposed to look like that as a joke. And so, just make sure that you don't source inventory that is often counterfeited. And again, if you do get a counterfeit claim for an item, that you bought at a garage sale or a thrift store, and you don't have the proof of authenticity with a receipt, it will be on your account. It will fall off after about 6 months off of your account. And so maybe pause garage sale and thrifting if you get a handful of counterfeit. Amazon is not going to shut your Amazon account down because of one or two counterfeit claims. Amazon understands that customers complain or say something's counterfeit when they really don't know what they're talking. And so it actually takes multiple counterfeit claims over a short period of time to get your account shut down, suspended, something like that. So again, you just make a wise decision. In my opinion, like I have been doing this for over 10 years, and I have never had too many counterfeit claims on my account. My account has never been shut down, and I've not had any type of problems with this because I focus on not sourcing inventory items that might be counterfeited. And it's worked out well for me, and I've heard of other people it works out well for them as well. So just don't source inventory that is counterfeited. In my opinion, the gain of what you're able to sell far outweighs the potential loss of not being reimbursed and the occasional counterfeit claim on your account. Again, after about 6 months, the counterfeit claim drops off of your account, drops off of your when you're looking at your health history in your Seller Central account, you're looking at your performance, the health of your account, it falls off. I do not worry at all. Maybe if I start to get like 5 counterfeit claims on my account, then I'd be like, okay, I might slow down garage sailing and thrifting for a little bit until some of these fall off my accounts. But it's up to you what you're comfortable with. and what you think that you can do. We all have different anxiety levels in life, and I totally get that. And if this causes you too much anxiety, then maybe garage sales and thrifting are not for you, and that's fine. There's plenty of other people who are going to be out there to buy that inventory to sell on Amazon. But if it's not something you worry about, which I don't think you should, but again, we're all different. That's one thing I've learned about in marriage is people have different anxiety levels, and it's up to you to make a good decision um, based on what your anxiety level is or the anxiety level of your spouse. So there are exceptions to note. Like I said, if you have a handful of counterfeit claims already on your account, then maybe garage sales and thrifting is it's not the right time for you to do that. Because even if your stuff is totally legitimate, you just want to make sure that you've got the proof that connects. The best type of proof is a receipt that actually has the UPC that matches obviously the item that you're trying to sell. But when it comes to garage sales and thrifting, we don't have those receipts. But the profit potential is so huge, and I really think the danger is not very big. There are people out there who like to talk up the danger. Most of the people who really talk up the danger are the ones who are selling the services to reinstate your account or to have your business looked at to make sure that your account is safe and not close to being shut down. Those are usually the people who are really pushing the whole you need to worry about this. So those are my thoughts. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments too. If you have questions about this, let me know. So let's jump to how to find the garage sales. Finding garage sales. Here's some things that you may have never thought of. This is what I do. I like to throughout the week look for many different ways to find out where garage sales are so that I can make the best route using up all of the addresses near me. So I look for garage sales. I live in a town that has garage sales, often. If you don't, maybe there's a town 10 minutes away or 20 minutes away that has more garage sales than where you live. It might be worth a 10 or 20-minute drive to another location to find some more garage sales. So here's how I find garage sales. First, Craigslist.org. You type in the city or zip code of your location and then look for garage sales, and they will all be listed there with their dates and addresses. That's a great place to find garage sales. City websites. There are many cities who require people, their residents, to maybe apply to do a garage sale. There's certain cities it's like you can only have 2 garage sales a year, and you need to apply to do the garage sales. And the city websites, as a service to their community, will put together a list of all the garage sales in the area for that upcoming weekend. There's garage sales. Most times there's garage sales on Friday and Saturday, and some of them will even start on Thursday. So there might be some garage sales on Thursdays, but most of the garage sales are going to be on Friday and Saturday. So the city websites, you can kind of look and see. Usually by the Wednesday before, they've got them all posted. And you can get the addresses and locations. There's garage sale websites out there, and garage sale smartphone apps. So you can look up different garage sale websites like Yard Sale Treasure Map. I know most of it pulls from Craigslist, but it might pull from some other places as well to get some addresses for your area. And then there's garageseller.com, GSALR. Garage Sales by Map is an app that you can use and a website that you can go to find some garage sales. Newspapers. There are still people, usually mostly older generation, who still put ads in the newspaper about their garage sale. If you happen to get a newspaper, or you've got an online a subscription to a newspaper, it's a great place to look for more garage sales that that might not be posting on Craigslist. And then, of course, just be on the lookout. BOLO. BOLO stands for be on the lookout. So be on the lookout for garage sales. I can't tell you how strong the pull is when I'm driving along the road and I see a garage sale sign and an arrow that way. I'm like, I need to go. I just need to go. So be on the lookout for garage sales. There might be people who don't know that they have to register with the city and don't know that it's a good idea to advertise. You might find some things where there's not going to be any type of competition of resellers going to that garage sale because you found it on your own. So be on the lookout for garage sales. And then back to Craigslist. This time, put in your city or zip code and not just garage sales, but search neighborhood sales. church sales, rummage sales, those kind of keywords to help you find more opportunities to find inventory. Also, estate sales is another good search term to see if you have opportunities to be able to find inventory that you can buy low to sell high. So those are my favorite ways to find some garage sales. Once you find them, the next step is to optimize your route. Google has a really great service, Google Maps, where you can type in the addresses of different places, and it will you can kind of move them around. You can actually take your cursor. This one's not interactive because it's just a screenshot, but you can actually move them around to kind of, oh, hey, this is my garage sale route, and make your garage sale route. But Google only has a limited number of places to input. My favorite place to optimize my garage sale route is called speedyroute.com. So speedyroute.com, you enter your starting location, you enter in all the routes, and then you can move them around so that you can kind of optimize your route. You can make sure that that the ending is the finish line, or do you want it to be a loop where you end up returning to your start location? So you can have a route that like takes you from point A to point B, or you can have a route that takes you from point A to, and then when you're done, come all the way back around to point A again. So speedyroute.com is the best site that I've seen. I punch in all of my addresses and then click a button, and it calculates the best route for me. With Google Maps, I have to move it around to kind of make sure and figure out what works best. But with Speedy Route, it gives me the best route location, like the best route order to go in. And that just, if you can hit more garage sales during that time period between 7 in the morning and noon that most garage sales are open, then you're going to find more inventory. So it's really important to me. I hate it when there are more garage sales on a weekend than I have time for. It's just it can be really frustrating because I want to go to them all. So, but use speedyroute.com to figure out which one works best for you. All right. So you've found all your garage sales. You've optimized your route. You're finally at a garage sale. What do you do to find the good stuff? Well, the basic simple things is use a sourcing app. There's the Amazon seller app that will help calculate fees and stuff. I like to use Scoutify. Scoutify comes with Inventory Lab. The Amazon seller app gives you some basic information. Scoutify gives you even more information. Scoutify, not only will give you the name and the image, the ASIN, it automatically tells you what the target buy cost should be. Not the target buy cost. So the highest cost, Scoutify will give you the highest cost for you to buy an item and still be profitable. So if you found this board game, Space Hulk, which I have when I've been outsourcing, and I was able to buy it, for very, very cheap. As long as I'm getting it under $177.93, then it's going to be profitable for me. It tells me the sales rank out of the total number of items. And this is just a screenshot and not interactive, but if you click on the sales rank in Scoutify, it will transition and say that it's in the top whatever percent. So this might say the top 3% of the toys and games category. So gives you your net profits. You can type in your cost per unit for it to calculate everything, and then it gives you your competition for new and used prices and so much more. So if you're interested in using Scoutify, you can get it. It comes with Inventory Lab, fulltimefba.com /Inventory Lab to be able to get that. You could source with the Amazon Seller app. It's free, but you get what you pay for, and Scoutify has so much more. I can have a full webinar just on Scoutify and how I use it with sourcing. I do have a video coming out soon though on YouTube, so be sure you're subscribed to the Full-Time FBA YouTube channel so you can get that. So use a sourcing app. That's really important. Scan every new item. If you find an item that's new, scan it. Take your phone, use your sourcing app, scan the barcode, and see how much it's profitable. See what the sales rank is. See if other people are buying it and at what price. And you also see if you are approved to sell this item. You know, when it comes to restrictions, it could be a frustrating part of selling on Amazon. So you want to make sure that you're approved to sell the item. Scoutify will tell you. The Amazon Seller app will tell you, but scan every new item and then selectively scan used items. If there is a used item that has a barcode to be scanned, then scan it and be able to see what it's selling for in the used condition or the collectible condition. So used is the term for most categories, but in the toys and games category, collectible condition is used, not the used condition. I guess they're thinking of toys. They'd rather sell collectible toys than used toys, um, but that's just the term that Amazon uses. So here's some big tips that a lot of people don't do and can make them big money. Look under things. I mean, there are many people who go to garage sales and just kind of scan. No, don't scan. Move things around. I mean, there was one time there was a box and there was some coats on the box. And I just thought it was a box full of coats or something, box of clothes. But no, I picked up the coats, and underneath it were a bunch of books, and they were a bunch of educational books. Like it was a teacher who was retiring. Someone else just kind of grabbed a coat and put it on top of the box and covered up all the educational books. I don't know if they did that on purpose because they're going to come back later or not. I don't know. I was there right then. I went through and scanned those educational books. The person who was putting on the garage sale was selling them for 50 cents each, and most of them I sold for $10 to $15 each. It was an awesome, and it's because I looked under things. And again, this sounds like a simple tip, but so many people don't do that. They make a lot of assumptions. A lot of people at garage sales have tables, and most people just look what's on top of the table. No, look under the table. A lot of people have garage sales and they don't actually go into the garage. They just stay on the driveway. No, look in the garage. See if you can see other items. And I always look everywhere twice. When I go to a garage sale, I look at everything twice. I go into a garage sale. Let me put it this way: I get out of my car and I decide what my route is going to be, what my path is going to be in that garage sale, and I go through and decide, okay, I am going to um, walk in on one side, look around, take a little U-turn, look on the other side, and come back the other side. I'm not done. I go back and retrace my steps because I want to look at everything from two angles. One when I'm on my way in, and then I do the exact same route coming back out because you might have missed something. This has helped me find more stuff that stands out to you from a different angle. And again, it sounds so simple, but you can find and sometimes really increase what you find to sell on Amazon because you are looking everywhere twice. So that tip alone, looking under things, looking everywhere twice will help you find more inventory than if you just walked in and walked out and you were done. All right. So the two best items that I look for at garage sales and thrift stores that make me the most money are these two items. My two favorite items. Number one, books. I love reading books, but man, I love selling books even more. So books are awesome. Books are at every thrift store. Books are almost in every garage sale, and they are really good money makers. The second item that I'm always looking for at garage sales and thrift stores are board games. New books, new board games, collectible board games. I'm looking for them. I want to find them. I want to buy them and sell them on Amazon. Both of these can be found in both new or used collectible condition. So it's an opportunity for you to sell stuff on Amazon in both new or collectible used condition. Used collectible conditions can still be profitable. There's a lot of people that think, well, if Amazon's offering it as new condition, why would someone want to buy it as collectible instead? I'm glad you asked. Because a lot of times the price for the new item is way much higher than the price for the collectible. There's board games out there that are going for like $115 new, that it's also going for about $50 collectible, Which one would you rather? If you were wanting to play an old game that you used to play as a kid growing up and you want to play that same game with your kids, are you going to buy the $150 or $115 brand new one? Hey, if you got money to blow, go for it. Or would you rather pay $40 for a complete collectible edition where all the pieces are there, the instructions are there? Because that's one of Amazon's rules. You got to make sure you have got all the pieces and the instructions if you're selling as collectible for $40. I'd rather pay $40. I mean, my kids are going to probably destroy it anyway when we play. Um, but used and collectible items can still be very popular. Same thing with books. A lot of times people just assume new books are this price. New books are like $15 or $20 for new books, and used books are like $4, something like that, or less, or 1 penny plus shipping. That doesn't happen for all, but there's some books where a brand new book will be $100 and a used book will be 15 or 20. And so it's like, if you are able to do the work, it's just like any type of other type of arbitrage. If you do the work and keep scanning, you can find those diamonds in the rough a lot more often than you think, to find those items that you can buy low and sell high. So it's a really great opportunity for you. Do not compete against Amazon on a new book. If Amazon is in stock in new condition, most of the time they are not going to share the buy box. So don't compete against Amazon on a new book. Instead, sell the book as used like new if it's profitable. So say there's a book on Amazon, it's $20 or $15 in new condition, and you just do not compete against Amazon in new. Sell it as used like new and see if that's still profitable. Look at the other offers for used like new for that book, and if it's like $10 or $8, I mean, if you're getting it for a quarter or 50 cents at a garage sale or thrift store, it's a no-brainer to buy that book. Sell it as used like new. You're still going to make some money. ROI is still ROI. Even if it's a lot better selling it new and getting more, you're just not going to get it if Amazon is also selling that inventory item. Something to think about. I do want to share some of my favorite finds when it comes to board games. When I've been out sourcing garage sales and thrift stores, I found The Walking Dead Monopoly. I paid $15 for it. $15. That's a lot more than I usually pay for a board game at a thrift store, but it sold for $50. I made some good money. It was brand new. I found a used electronic battleship game at a garage sale. I paid $2 for it. It was missing some pieces, but I went to eBay and found some replacement parts for $10. So I put $12 into it. And I sold it on Amazon for $119. It's awesome. I love selling board games on Amazon. A few more examples. Access and Allies. This is the war. The world is at war. Spring 1942. I paid $1 for this at a garage sale. I paid $20 for replacement parts. I didn't find the replacement parts on eBay, but I found the replacement parts in another location, another place, and I sold it complete collectible condition for $400. This was a home run. This is not your market. This is, your results may vary. This is not typical, but it does happen every now and then, and I loved it. Space Hulk. No, this is not a version of when the Hulk goes to space. It's a whole different type of game. I paid $2 for this, and I sold it for $250 collectible condition. There are opportunities out there for you to buy board games and make some good money. Okay, how can you get the best deal at a garage sale? How can you get a good deal, increase your ROI? There's a few things that you need to know to get more from your money, more bang for your buck at a garage sale. First, you need to know that there are two types of garage sales, and you can pretty much just look at the price tags to kind of figure out which one you're at. There is one that's focused on money. It's the one that wants to make the most money possible. They are priced really high. They have Southern Living cookbooks for $4 when you can't give those away at a thrift store. They are this money focused. They are focused on making money. And most of those garage sales actually don't make much money because people come and they're like, oh my gosh, these prices are like crazy high. Most garage sale shoppers are looking for super good deals. The other type of garage sale is liquidation focused. They just want to get rid of the stuff. I mean, that's the whole reason they're doing the garage sale in the first place. I just want to get rid of it. I want to get something for it before I donate it all. Because that's what both garage sales seem to do after the garage sale weekend is over. I'm just going to donate it and give it all away. And so the ironic thing is that the garage sale strategy that makes the most money is the liquidation focus, not the one who wants to make the most money. So you can kind of get an idea. So if you get to a garage sale that's mostly focused on making money, these strategies will work for you. And they'll especially work for you if you go to a garage sale that's liquidation focused, just trying to get rid of stuff. Never pay the asking price is the first thing. Always ask for a deal, unless the price is super low. I mean, if the books are a dime each, don't say, "Can I get these for a nickel?" No, it's 10 cents for a book. So never pay the asking price unless the asking price is super low. Always ask for a deal. Use the cash in hand method. Now, what that means is, say you've got a book that you're wanting to buy. You're like, oh man, I can buy this. It's priced at $1 or it's priced at $2, and I can sell it for $10. If it's priced at $2, just have the $1 bill in your hand and go up to the person like, would you take $1 for this? And put the dollar like right in front of their face, not annoyingly in front of their face, but like put the dollar right. And most of the time they'll be like, yeah, that's fine. They just want to get rid of their stuff. And if it's a money focus, they're like, nope, I'm still holding strong for $2. If it's still profitable, then do that, but at least try to get a deal. Another strategy is the bundle method. If you find a bunch of books or a bunch of board games, say, hey, if I bought all four or five of these board games, what kind of deal can I get for that? Understanding that if they're asking, $3 a piece for each board game, but you're wanting to buy 5 or 6 of them, they know they can get rid of more if they lower the price. And so ask them what kind of deal or offer the deal. It's just a chance for you to just make a little money, getting more items for the inventory, or more inventory for the money that you're putting into it. And then of course, it always just be kind, be nice. If you're a jerk, if you're annoying, no one's going to want to make a deal with you. You try to make a win-win situation for both you and the person putting on the garage sale. Be kind at all times. Kindness gets rewarded. They'll want to work with you if you're kind to them. All right. So that's how you kind of get a good deal. Let me show you that once you buy it on Friday or Saturday or thrift store or whatever you're going to it, ship it to Amazon as soon as possible. The faster you can get it to Amazon, the faster you can sell it. The faster you get it to Amazon, the best pricing that you can have, because it's it's priced competitively. And understand that items not in Amazon warehouse are not making you any money. You want to get the stuff to Amazon as soon as possible. I sell my inventory FBA because I feel like FBA, you can sell it for a higher price than merchant fulfilled. And yeah, it takes a little bit longer to get to Amazon, but outsourcing that to Amazon frees up so much time. So get it to Amazon as soon as possible. And it frees you up to focus on other important things like finding more garage sales or thrift stores, sourcing more inventory. So ship it to Amazon as soon as possible. I've got my biggest garage sale mistake, but I first want to kind of review where we've been for those of you if you've showed up late. We talked about finding garage sales, finding multiple garage sales in your area or in areas where there are many garage sales. We talked about mapping your route. I like to use speedyroute.com. Mapping technology to create your most efficient route. Find the good stuff. Use a sourcing app. Scan everything that's new. Selectively scan the barcodes of used or collectible items to sell on Amazon. Get a good deal. Ask for a lower price. Try to stretch out your sourcing money, and then ship it to Amazon as soon as possible. All right. That's what we've talked about so far. Let's continue. The biggest garage sale sourcing mistake. This is huge. I actually took a picture of a garage sale that I did this on. I pulled up to a garage sale and it looked like this. And I just parked at the curb and I was like, this does not look very promising. I was like, okay, there's picture frames and clothes and a treadmill, maybe the Christmas wreaths, maybe some more clothes or patterns, a piece of luggage. It just didn't look very promising at all. But I have learned that the biggest garage sale tip for you, the biggest mistake is to judge a garage sale by its driveway. Don't ever judge a garage sale by its driveway. Seriously, Chris Green in his book Arbitrage says, don't be the lazy competition. Lazy equals less money. So take the 2-minute gamble, get out of your car, take a look around. When I got out of the car to look around, I didn't. You see how dark this garage is? I had no idea that in this garage there was tables of video games, brand new video games, brand new old school Nintendo video games that I had never, like I could not see from my car, and I was able to buy brand new old school Nintendo video games um, for like a fraction of what I was able to sell them for. I was able to find board games stacked up on tables, some of them still new and sealed, some of them opened, but like opened just from the box. Like I open up the box and all the pieces inside are still in the little plastic bag. So it's like, that'd be like a collectible, like new condition to sell on Amazon. And I ended up making about $500 at this one garage sale that I almost judged and missed out on. So don't judge a garage sale by its driveway. Big tip for you. All right. So I've been talking before in like my emails and stuff, trying to get people ready for this webinar, that there's a way that you can turn $2.50 into $20 over and over again. And that is thanks to ink recycling. More specifically, Staples ink recycling. You join Staples Rewards program, you can get $2 back for every recycled cartridge, up to $10 a month. Now, their rules are, you bring in your used cartridges, you can get $2 you get 10 cartridges, $2. I know how to talk, I really do. You can get $2 for every ink cartridge that you bring in to recycle, up to 10 per month. You have to spend $30 on ink or toner in the past 180 days. Now, most likely, you're already buying ink and toner for your printer, at least in the last 180 days. So, if you purchase ink or toner from Staples, then you can be able to turn $2.50 into $20 over a month. Be sure to look at the expiration dates. Why do I say that? When you're sourcing at a garage sale or thrift store, you can almost get ink or toner for free. Because you can say, hey, this ink is expired. Some people will say, oh, well, then you can just take it. Or, they might be selling ink and they'll want $5 or $4. And you're like, yeah, this expired last year. Would you take a quarter? Most of them will be like, yeah, because they get it. It's expired. You can buy it for a quarter and be able to take it to Staples and get $2 for that quarter. So that's how you turn $2.50 into $20 over and over again, getting recycled ink cartridges, or getting ink cartridges from garage sales and thrift stores and selling them, turning them into recycles. Because you offer 25 cents per cartridge, $10 per month for $2 each. Be sure you read the rules. Like I said, you have to buy $30 of ink, which nowadays that's like one cartridge, right? $30 for one cartridge in the past 180 days. Read the rules also, just in case they've updated them. But it can make you $240 per year. I mean, you get $240 per year doing this if you do that every month. So, if you can find 10 a month, and during garage sale season, I get as many as I can, because I also understand once October, November, December, January, February hit, there's not going to be much garage sales where I'm able to find very many, but I can still be turning those ink cartridges into Staples. Another alternative, if you don't have a Staples near you, is inkrecycling.org. You can get 50 cents up to $3.50 each for Canon and HP ink. So it's not as open, like Staples Rewards will do almost any type of ink cartridge recycling, but inkrecycling.org will do HP and Canon ink boxes, and will give you up to 50 cents to $3.50 each for those. So it's a good thing to look at, a good thing to make some easy money. All right. So I love my number one item to sell at on Amazon that I buy at garage sales and thrift stores are board games. I want to share again a few of my finds. Mall Madness, electronic Mall Madness. I don't know if any of you had this as a kid, but I paid $1 for it. I spent $15 in parts to find and complete it. I sold it for $80 in collectible condition on Amazon. It's awesome. I found this Fortress America. I got it for free. Um, yes, there are strategies to get free board games. And I sold it on Amazon for 99 cents collectible condition. It is awesome. And because of that, because board games are so awesome, I actually put together a course, The Reseller's Guide to Board Games, How to Turn Play Money into Real Money. It is a 90-page ebook. It's got 4 hours of video training, 5 bonuses, and I walk you through where to find the most profitable board games. Garage sales and thrift stores are there, but there's other places you can get garage sales for super low, even free, to sell on Amazon. The best strategy is to maximize your profits for reselling both new and collectible board games, because there's just so much more to talk about when it comes to maximize your profits with new and used collectible board games. How selling board game pieces individually can sometimes make you more money than selling complete games. So there's actually games out there that I purchased that I know I can't complete. I'm able to sell the parts and make more money than if I had the whole board game together. I actually sometimes buy whole board games so I can break them up and sell them in pieces. So there's a lot of different ways. I tell you the best places to sell certain board games for higher profits, because Amazon is the best most of the time. There's also some other times where there's opportunities to sell it and get some more money on other platforms. So the link, fultonfba.com/board games. We just updated this course, the video course, the ebook for 2022, and the price is about to go up. But if you want to save $10 off of this course today, you can use the coupon code GARAGE, and that's going to save you $10 off the course. The coupon code's not going to last very long. Right now, you can get the 2022 edition of this course for the old price and use that coupon code to save $10 GARAGE. But we got some bonuses for you. So here's some bonuses that will help you even more. There's a bonus ebook called Puzzle Profits. This is how to make money off of reselling new and used puzzles. Because at a garage sale, at a thrift store, what do you almost see always right next to board games? Puzzles. The cool thing about the Puzzle Profits book, I show you how to make sure you have all the pieces of the puzzle without making the whole puzzle. A lot of times people are like, oh, do I just need to spend like a couple hours, to make sure a collectible puzzle is complete? I got to put them all together. No, you don't. You don't have to do that at all. And it's also, you don't count the pieces either, because here's the thing. If a puzzle says it has 300 pieces, most of the time it doesn't have 300 pieces. It might have like 306 or 992 or something like that. It almost never has the exact number. It uses the round number on the box because it just makes more sense, and just to give you an idea of how many pieces. So it's not about making the whole it's not about making the whole puzzle. It's not about counting all the pieces. I show you a trick that can help you save time. And there's certain puzzles out there that it's worth spending the time to do this. So Puzzle Profits is an ebook bonus. You only get it with this course. I don't sell this separately. You only get it with this course. I have a PDF download for the board game notebook to help you organize your board games, to write down if you have missing pieces so you know to be looking for it. I have a video about how I organize my board game. I have a top secret surprise bonus that I don't share with anybody because I can't even like tease it very well without giving away what it is. But it's one that will help you reduce negative feedback for selling board games on Amazon. It will help it just helps the customer be happy, with what they are purchasing from you when they're buying board games or puzzles from you on Amazon. I have a BOLO list, 50 board game BOLOs. Remember, BOLO stands for be on the lookout. So I have 50 board games for you to be on the lookout for that can help you, that are the money makers, that are the ones that both new and used can make some really good money on Amazon. I got 50 BOLOs, board game BOLOs to be on the lookout for. Again, the link, fultonfba.com/board games. The price is going up soon. Like I said before, we just updated this. This is the 4th update of this course, and it's updated for 2022. And here's the thing. If you purchase today, you get lifetime ownership, which means when we do the 5th update, you get it for free. If we add a new bonus, you get it for free. If we add a new video, add a new chapter, add a new strategy, you get it for free. There's people who purchased this course in 2015. They've had it for 7 years. They're now getting the fourth version. They got the first one, they got the second, the third. Now they're getting the fourth edition, and we just continue to update it because Amazon changes, things change, so we want to update it. So the price is going up soon. Be sure to take advantage of this. fulltimefba.com/boardgames. So save today using the coupon code GARAGE. Take $10 off the course. Again, the price is going to be going up really soon, but the Reseller's Guide to Board Games is here to help you make some really good money, make thousands every month selling board games on Amazon. It is something that I have done consistently through my Amazon career, selling on Amazon. I love selling board games and finding them so super cheap at garage sales and thrift stores. So that is the content. We've got a giveaway to do. I'm going to pick one random person from those who are attending here live. They're going to win this course, the Reseller's Guide to Board Games. So I'm going to pick randomly a winner of this. I'm looking on this screen over here. So Jesus Diaz, appreciate you being here today. So Jesus, you have won this course. Reach out to me. You can find me on Facebook. You can go to fulltimefba.com/contact, and you can win this course right here. You've won it. I will give you access. You'll get the board game. You get the bolos. You get the bonus bolos. So Jesus, reach out to me, fulltimefba.com/contact, and I will hook you up with this course. All right. So we are going to go to some questions and answers, and I want to try to answer as many questions as I can to help you, better understand. I totally understand that we went through a ton of content, and I talked really fast. So Emily says, thank you for the freebies. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Let's see. Ryan was asking, is that Scoutify? Yes, it's Scoutify. That was the app that I was using to make a good sourcing decision with when I'm out, I'm able to scan the barcode. Scoutify comes bundled with Inventory Lab, and it's like one of my top things that I use when I'm sourcing inventory. Emily says, how do you package board games when you send them to Amazon, new and or collectible? Well, if they're new, I send them to Amazon, like they're factory sealed. Most of the time I just put those in a box to send to Amazon. Usually that's good enough. If they are collectible and it's been opened, I don't tape it up. I don't put a rubber band around it. Some people put a rubber band around it. The only problem is a lot of times those Amazon warehouses, they're temperature controlled, but it's not like super cool. And after a while, that rubber band could break. And so that's not always the best. The best option for you is to shrink wrap, like maybe get a shrink wrap machine, and shrink wrap and a hair dryer or a heat gun to shrink the wrapping around the board game. But if that's not in your budget, something like saran wrap, cling wrap, wrapping it around with that type of kitchen cling wrap that sticks to itself, wrapping that in so that everything stays contained together, that the board game is obviously, all the pieces are going to stay inside, because the worst thing would be to send a board game to Amazon and open up and all the pieces go somewhere, and the worker tries to put everything back in the box, but there's a dice and a pawn over here and a card over there that fell out that falls underneath a shelf, and like you just don't want that to happen. So cling wrap or saran wrap is something that I use is the cost effective. But if you happen to have a shrink wrap machine or plastic wrap with a heat gun that shrinks all the wrapping around it, that's the next best option. And just then box those up and send them to Amazon. Cheryl said, wow. I'm not sure what she was saying wow for, but I'm glad you had a wow moment during this webinar. So Patrick says, I'm struggling to get ungated in Hasbro, Mattel, concerning board games. Any advice? So with Hasbro, Mattel, Monopoly, USAopoly, I have learned that it depends on how long you've been selling for some board game brands. Some board game brands after 3 months will open up to more sellers if you have really good seller metrics. Some it's 6 months, some it's 12 months. And so I just know that sometimes some board games are gonna be restricted for you for a little while. But the more you sell on Amazon, the good metrics that you have, then they'll start to open up. There are different types of services out there that offer category ungating for some of those brands. I can't off the top of my head remember the link. I think if you go to fulltimefba.com/category approval, then that link will take you to a service that can help you get unlocked in a lot of different brands, not just toy brands, but even other brands as well. So fulltimefba.com/category approval. It's kind of a pricey course because it opens up a lot more inventory for you to sell on Amazon. Greg says, I got your board game course a while ago, and it pretty much paid for itself on my first sourcing stop. Thank you, Greg, for sharing that with everybody. Yes, that's why we're raising the price. We realize this price is so low that, yes, one stop, your first sourcing stop, you're going to pay for this course within the first couple of times that you go out sourcing. So this course pays for itself super fast. But thanks for sharing that, Greg. Corey says, what's the code? The code is right there on your screen, Garage, $10 off with the coupon code Garage when you are purchasing this course. When you go to checkout, there will be a little coupon code section. You can put that in and you will get this course. You'll get immediate access to the video course, the PDF book, and the bonuses. Phil says, what about auctions? Are you talking about what about auctions when it comes to finding board games to sell on Amazon? Yeah, there's places that you can buy board games to sell on Amazon on auctions. And in fact, there's a whole chapter of the book focused on buying board games at an auction style website. I won't give too much away. Ryan says, what board game should we completely avoid? It's a good question. I haven't thought about that. I think that there are some games that might have some like molding clay as part of the board game, where you're supposed to make something out of the molding clay. You can choose to buy replacement molding clay for those board games if you want to do that, because that is an option. But for me, I just kind of avoid that altogether and not worry about focusing on that. But other than that, as long as it's got a decent sales rank, it's got a sales history on Amazon. I've got a full chapter showing you how I use Keepa to buy board games. And so Keepa, if you don't know, is a program. There's a free version and a paid version that tracks the pricing and sales rank history of almost every item on Amazon, including board games. And so you can use Keepa to make a good sourcing decision. So I walk you through in that video in the course. It's also a chapter walking you through how to use Keepa to make a good board game buying decision and a good pricing decision. Cheryl says, this webinar has been very informative. Thank you. I appreciate you sharing that. Corey says, how long have you been doing this and how long until you went full time? I started in 2011 and I went full time in 2012. And so I was able to make a full-time income. So I went from just starting in 2011. I started making a full-time income in 2012. And it wasn't until 2013 that I actually started making a full-time income with part-time hours. In 2012, I was making a full-time income with full-time hours spending doing this. But by 2013, I was able to make it so where it was just part-time hours to make that full-time income. FulltimeFBA.com/boardgames and get this course. The price is going to be going up a few days because it's just priced way too low. Like Greg said earlier, he got the course and paid for the whole course within his first sourcing outing when he was out looking for board games. And so that is a huge testimony. And also, if you want more testimonies and seeing other both Amazon sellers and even some of the Amazon teachers out there that are teaching others how to sell on Amazon, love this course and have found it to be helpful. You can go and scroll down on the sales page, fulltimefba.com/boardgames, to see testimonials of dozens of people who have purchased this course and got access to it, have found success, and see what they say. All right, well, that is all the time that we have for today. Thank you again so much for hanging out with me. Again, the link, fulltimefba.com/boardgames. Grab this course. The price is about to go up. Save some money with the coupon code Garage. You can lock it in, and you will have lifetime ownership. Plus, there's a 60-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee for you to Put it into action. See for yourself. You will love it. All right. Well, we're going to stop the recording. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day, everybody. God bless. Bye.